Let me tell you a story about how millions of Americans, including myself, almost didn't exist. All because of one simple, quiet part of history. So, back in 1620, when the Mayflower is crossing the ocean, it was not a simple trip. In fact, there was lots of storms, and during one brutal storm, one man, John Howland, got swept overboard. And that should have been it. Ship's not going to turn around for one man. But in the frantic of everything going off, of being thrown overboard, the waves hitting him, there was a rope on the back of the Mayflower that he was able to grab. Perfect timing for that. And he was able to pull himself aboard. Now, we don't think about moments like that twice. It just happened. But this one mattered. This man survived and went on and survived the first winter, which was the hardest winter for all the passengers. And he got married to a lady named Elizabeth Tilley, who was also a passenger aboard the Mayflower. And then they had children, and their children had children, and their children had children. And eventually, millions of American families can trace their history back to that one man, including 3 U.S. presidents: Franklin Delano Roosevelt, George H.W. Bush, and George W. Bush. Now, this is the part where it hits home for me. I am one of those descendants. And I like to think, or I try to dwell on the fact that if that rope wasn't there and that perfect moment for him to grab, I wouldn't exist. Now, we like to think about the big moments in history, the wars, the speeches, the historical figures. But sometimes, just sometimes, it's the small moments that really truly matter. One man, one rope, the perfect moment. Sometimes I like to sit back and think, what would this country look like today if that rope was never on the back of the Mayflower? Cheers.